The weekend before last, we got a surprise visit from the Frugal daughter, the Frugal son-in-law, and the Frugal grandbaby. Yep, they came for the weekend. It's always a good time. But that wasn't the only surprise. The Frugal son-in-law brought his chainsaw, and instead of cooling his heels for the weekend, he worked. This is wood trees that are actually were fallen over a year ago, and now he's cut them into rounds. He did a good job. It was a long, hard day, and now they will dry out, and we will use them to keep warm this winter with the fireplace. But that is not the purpose of this video today. What I am going to talk about today is things you can do, well, actually a project you can do with your kids, your children, your nieces, your nephews, your grandkids, the kids up the street. Doesn't matter. This is a fun and easy way to get into gardening. Doesn't require a lot of money, a lot of time. Doesn't require a lot of care. I'm going to show you two ways that you can use containers to do something fun with your kids. So the first one takes a little bit of time. In other words, time in terms of after the planting is done. A lot of new gardeners or a lot of parents, they don't have time to go through the whole deal of gardening, of going to the stores and buying pots and ordering seeds and so forth, waiting for them to come in the mail. So here's what I've done. I did this before. It worked out pretty well. I was in Walmart. Doesn't have to be Walmart. I brought garlic. And as you can see, it's organic. And this is product of USA because there's been a lot of talk about garlic that comes from overseas. A lot of our garlic comes from China. Uh, I've done a lot of research on this. This is not my first video, but to make a long story short, some of this garlic is bleached. Some of this garlic has been, they have used chemicals on it to keep the animals and the critters out. And you basically don't know what you're getting. Might be fun, maybe not. So by going to the store and picking up this organic garlic, it saves time. And if you don't want to buy a whole bunch of garlic or a whole bunch of whatever it is to plant, this is, well, it was 3 in here, and one of those are now in here. So this is just 1 clove of garlic. And by the way, this pan here, this is about 8 inches deep. I got this from the dollar store. I mean, there's what, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. There's 2 or 3 of these dollar stores around near my neck of the woods. But you can also get this from Walmart. You can get the garlic from Walmart. I don't have stock in Walmart. I'm just saying I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. You can even get the soil. Now, this soil has been amended by coffee grounds, by wood ash, by, what else did I put in here? Uh, Potassium from the dried banana peels. I did a video on this. I'll put a link below. There's 6 things that I never throw away. But if you don't have time for that, again, I'm trying to make this quick and easy for you. You can just buy the soil. I won't tell anybody, I promise. You can just buy the soil that's already, already has amendments in it, that already has nutrients in it, and that'll save you some time. So there you have it. You have the pan. Make sure it's deep. This is, like I say, you want it probably about 8 inches deep. You have the pan, you have the soil, you have the garlic. You plant this in. I used this gizmo here a couple times before. If you see my other videos, this is an old muffin pan, and I use that to space these out. Just put it in this way and press it down, and you'll see that these are all evenly spaced. They are approximately 5 inches apart, and I'm going to push these down into the soil about 2 inches. I left these up purposely so that you can see the spacing, and then I'll just cover these over. More than likely, I will add more soil onto the tops of these, and that's all you have to do. This is not something that you're going to have to deal with on a daily basis. You do need to set this in the sun. You do need to put in holes for drainage. Every time I do one of these videos, I always have the container turned around. You can see on this one where there are holes. We're coming to this guy next. The only drawback to this project is this is long term. So it's a good way to teach your children responsibility. They need to water these roughly twice a week. They need full sun, and you'll see the escapes come up. That's what they're called. When you start to see them growing, those scapes can be cut, and they can be used in salads. Somebody's coming by here. They can be used in salads. They can be used in soups. They can be made into pesto. So there's a lot of things you can do with those, because it's going to take about 8 months before you get a harvest on these bad boys. And that's the other exciting part. Not only can your children watch them grow, when harvest time comes, you get the payoff. So that's the deal with that. Real simple. Just make sure you get plenty of sun. Make sure that you have drainage. And when you do put the drainage holes in, you want to make them close to the bottom, because if you put them up too high, then that water is going to settle down in here. And that's not good, because you could get root rot and you can kill whatever it is, whether it's garlic or whatever it is you're planting. So you want to put it half an inch from the bottom so that you can get good drainage, and that's it. Now, I'm going to go from one end of the scale to the other, which this is already in progress. I planted these on the 5th, so it's only been about a week. And well, yeah, about a week. And you can see how fast these are grown. These are purple radishes. They go by a couple of different names: daikon radishes, Asian radishes. Most radishes grow in about 30 days. That's it. Some take a little longer, 40, 45 days, but 30 days. So if you don't have the time or the patience to deal with garlic, it's going to take you months and months and months, then this might be your cup of tea. This is something that you can do with children who don't have a lot of patience, or you can do them both. These basically are planted about 2 inches. Well, these are actually seeds. So you're talking about pretty close to the top. This is, I do a lot of these videos one-handed, so, all right, this one I can't get open right now. But the bottom line is, it pretty much tells you on the back of the seed, so directly about a half inch and an inch apart. Send the seedlings out to 2 to 3 inches apart. So right here, it tells you half an inch. That's all you need. Half an inch, cover it with soil, sunlight, water, same deal. The big difference, the reason why I decided to show you both of these, is because the principle is the same. You're using a container. You're not out in the hot sun all day. A lot of people have this misconception that if you have a garden that, oh, you're going to be so worn out, so exhausting. It depends on you. Depends on what you plant. Depends on when you plant. Depends on what zone you live in. So this is a nice, easy way to ease into gardening and to have something where you know is not full of chemicals, that you know what's going into it because you're nurturing it yourself. So that's something that I think that with the children getting out of school soon, it gives them something to do, and it's healthy. I'm not going to keep you guys, but I do hope you subscribe to my channel. I have a weekly series on Fridays, and basically it's reusing containers from around the house to garden with, so you don't have to spend money. I am the Frugal Gardener. We garden on a budget, and that's the reason why I use these guys instead of going out buying expensive pots. So I hope you subscribe and follow me throughout the summer. I am on the homestead. I have over 30 trees, plants, shrubs, vines, and um, just different varieties that I am in the process of planting. I'm about 75% through my spring planting. I'm going to do a video soon, but right now, I hope you guys try this out. Just pick up a pot, or should I say a dishpan, or something similar that you have laying around the house, and plant something. It's fun, it's exciting, and it's good for you. I am the Frugal Gardener, and I always say, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. I'll catch you guys in a few days on the next video. Have a great day.